When you're doing your driving test, you may come across an unexpected hazard that may throw you off in exactly what you're about to do. Maybe you had a certain routine and you knew exactly where you were going, but a hazard now popped up. What do you do in this situation? Well, here we have an example of a student about to do a third exit roundabout. So already it's quite a difficult situation because we're not taking the first or second, we're taking the third. Now you're going to have a routine in your head. You're going to be thinking about getting to the right lane, making sure you indicate, making sure you count the exits so you don't go the wrong way, making sure it's safe to get onto the roundabout. Obviously looking out for which cars are on the roundabout, where they're indicating. So here we have a roundabout. You're going to see a massive hazard that you're going to have to now deal with while you're on the roundabout. So we're in the third, we're taking the third exit on the right lane. Sounds slightly blocking the vision here, but look, there's a first exit. We're on the inside lane. As you get around, watch what happens. There's now a broken down vehicle. We have to now move across slightly to the left a little bit earlier than usual and then come off onto the third exit. We're going to play it back. We're going to show you what it looks like from the back angle as well. So apologies for the glare of the sun, but if you look at the roundabout, we're looking at the right. You can see a car coming in front of us now. We're looking at the right thoroughly. It's clear to go. We're now making the call. We're going. We've slowed down the video clip so you can see. You're going to try your best to be on the inside of the lane itself. You're counting the exits 1. You're still hogging to the inside, but as you get closer around the right, you can see you're already on the inside. You're going to start noticing the cones. Here's the cones. Now you should be looking at your left mirror to see who's behind you so that you can slightly move towards the left, making sure the indicator is still on the right. Now as you pass the second exit, which is now, you should be indicating left, making sure it's safe to go around this vehicle because you never know what's around it. Maybe there's a pedestrian around it on the middle of the road, so make sure you look thoroughly and adjust yourself to the situation accordingly. How do you do that? By checking your mirrors thoroughly, making sure you know who's around you. We're going to show you now the reverse angle of it. So here we're on the road itself. We're taking the third exit, so we're going to make sure we get into the right lane. You'll see now from the back angle we're going to split up. We're now on the right side, and the car, the Range Rover here, is now going to sneak into the left lane, so they're now on our inside. As we're on our outside, sorry. As we're driving, we're going to get into the roundabout. Watch what happens now. So we now have to be careful about the Range Rover. So the key here is, as we're aware of the Range Rover, here's the first exit. Near the second, we realize there's some cones. We're checking the left. But you can see the car now slows down. Our car slows down. Why did it slow down? Because we saw the hazard. We're wary about the Range Rover. The Range Rover is now cut off, giving us a little bit more space now to move across. And obviously, we have to be careful of the cyclist and the car. But because we're on the right, the car and the cyclist had to wait for us. The main concern was this Range Rover here. And we'll just quickly replay it back and show you how we broke when we saw the hazard, which is the most important part, and checking the left mirror for this car. So we went around as we were driving. Range Rovers, look, we're ahead of the Range Rover, but suddenly we slow the car down. We see the hazard. The Range Rover now moves across, takes the second exit, giving us space now to move across. And as I said, these two vehicles, the car and the cyclist, had to wait for you. And as you coming off onto the roundabout. So there's a few little tips in how to deal with a hazard while you're driving. Obviously, do your routines, mirror, signal, position, speed, and lurk bar. Deal with the circumstances that you're in. Don't forget to check us on fmdriverschool.co.uk for all the latest tips on how to pass your driving test. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.